everybody, Crystal Beaudry here with Crystal's Clean Kitchen. We have a great couple of episodes for you. Now in today's episode, we are going to be making some pollo con queso. If you haven't checked out our previous episode though, make sure to go do that because we made some cilantro lime cauliflower rice and it's gonna pair perfectly with this one. Both of these recipes have so much flavor to it. So a lot of times in my supper recipes, they're kind of blah. But these ones are just bursting with flavor. You're going to love it. Now, of course, they are low carb friendly. They're keto approved and they taste amazing. So thank you so much for checking out this episode. Don't forget though to hit that like button. All right, so here is all of the ingredients that we are going to be needing. Now, first we're gonna start out by putting the spices mixed in with the chicken. We're gonna dice up the chicken. So you're gonna need 1 to 2 tablespoons of some olive oil. For our chicken, we're doing some chicken breast, 1.5 pounds. And then for our spices, you're gonna need 1 teaspoon of some chili powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic, 1 teaspoon of onion, 1 teaspoon of cumin, a half a teaspoon of some oregano, a half a teaspoon of some salt and some pepper, and 1 teaspoon of some paprika. Now you can either do all of those individually, or if you have been watching my channel, you know that we made some Cajun seasoning that we put into a container. So if you have any of that, you could also use, instead of all those, just use 2 tablespoons of the Cajun seasoning. Next for our queso, we are going to be doing 1 4-ounce can of some chilies. We'll be doing 1/4 cup of some heavy whipping cream. We'll be doing about 4 ounces of some cream cheese. And then we'll be doing about 2 cups of some pepper jack cheese. So first we're gonna start by mixing together all the seasonings that we need for our chicken. So you want 1 teaspoon of the chili powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of some cumin, a half a teaspoon of some oregano, 1 teaspoon of some paprika, let's do a half a teaspoon of some salt and a half a teaspoon of some pepper. Next, we're going to be taking our chicken breast. Now, my chicken breast is just a little frozen still, but that's okay. By the time I start to cook them, it should be better. We're going to chop it up into really small pieces. Well, not super small, maybe cube-like pieces. Once they're cubed, you're going to throw them in the same pan with all of the spices. Then you're just going to coat it with all the yummy spices all over the chicken. And then we are going to be putting this in a pan with some olive oil and cooking it in the skillet. All right, I'm going to start cooking the chicken. I'm going to just put the olive oil on the bottom of the pan. Maybe about 2 tablespoons is what I used. Just spread the chicken. You'll let it cook for a few minutes, flip it, let it cook for a few more minutes until it's done. So now that our chicken is cooking, we're gonna just be shredding our cheese. Now you can buy cheese that is already shredded, but I personally love to shred it myself. Not only is it cheaper to just shred it yourself, but it's also not gonna be coated with cellulose. Now if you don't know what that is, it's basically like sawdust that they coat cheese with, and it just makes the cheese not melt like it should. And so that's why doing it yourself is way better. Now again, we're going to be using about 2 cups of some pepper jack cheese. All right, how much we got? Now we're also going to be opening our can of chilies. You only need 4 ounces. I got a 7-ounce can, so I'll have a little bit much. So I'm only going to be putting a little bit more than half of it into my sauce. So my chicken is done cooking. I'm going to take it out and put it in a pan, and then I will be cooking my queso in this same skillet, and then I will add it all together. So I left all of the juice in the bottom of the pan. I'm going to be adding in my cheese. Now if 2 cups of pepper jack is too much, you could also add some white cheddar or something else, maybe half and half if you think that it would be too much for you. Also going to be adding in my chilies. I'm going to just do about a half of a can of that. Now as this is melting, I'm also going to be throwing in the cream cheese to let this start softening as well. See it melting nicely. It's smelling super good too. Now I'm going to add in my heavy whipping cream, 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. I'm going to let this kind of reduce a little bit, and then I will put the chicken into it. All right, the cheese sauce is looking good. I'm going to add in my chicken back into the pan. Mix it all together. All right, you guys, that was it. Now, we have our best taste tester here, home from school. You ready to help me out?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I did put the cauliflower rice on the bottom of this. Chicken on the top. Oh, what? You just taking it all?
Yes.
Okay, let's do this. Real good. What do you think? Super good.
I like cheese butter.
You like the cheese? It's really good with the cheese. You guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. Now, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to try both recipes because they are perfect together. And of course, stay tuned for some more great recipes. We'll see you next time.
Bye, banana.
Bye, banana. They're not bananas.